do. I think we're just going to jump straight into Overpass, Lucy.
Ah, yes, here we go. We're going to hop into the pistol round here. Black Dragons, of course, starting on that T side. Liberty Faye on the CT side. Got a kit in play with a couple of flashes for one of the players there. And then on the other side, a couple of flashbangs and a smoke. So, small spot of utility. The T's at the moment going for a bit of a push towards A, but you can see a push coming through long from the CTs as well.
Yeah, it's actually a really interesting pistol round for Liberty Faye, and if they keep aggressing here, they might catch out some of these Black Dragons players. Definitely not considering it to be a possibility, and there you have it. The USP kill connects, and immediately an early woman advantage here for the CTs, and they're just going to keep progressing here. Black Dragons, they're just kind of pinned in towards this toilet's position, and Connector Thursday, she's aggressing even further. But the rotations, look, Lucy, they're already basically here, and Black Dragons are really trapped.
But taking down Thursday here is huge, right? They've gotten the B site for free. You can see Younger has walked in there. There is a player looking towards ABC, but Jossie, she's been pushed off as well. So they've actually managed to, off the back of this, find a bit of an opening here. You can see a smoke coming in through, actually it looked like it might have missed there. So going to be now aggressing out into short here. You can see Juliana, she's trying to find this player. It's an awkward angle to be finding that head. She's still also a bit conscious about a flank that's not on its way. So keeping a bit of an eye there that's not really needed at the moment. Her teammates still slowly pushing in through from CT as well. This is a long drawn-out engagement here, but eventually it comes in the favor of the T's. Now it's just Mizzy left alone in the 1v3. A kit has fallen somewhere on site there that she can recover. So she's got a little bit of time to work with here, but she has 3 players to find. Pushes forward, but they're going to swing her together and find her. And yeah, clean round in the end for Black Dragons after a bit of an iffy start with that push.
Yeah, it was really scary, but they reset through Connector, and it was really well played just to enable themselves onto the bomb site. The bomb goes down. The afterplants are good, just taking really favorable trade space, and especially over towards short. The Connector threat of Liberty completely neutralized, and Black Dragons, they do convert the pistol. Started on the T side because this is their map pick. So Liberty have got that in their favor. Just going to force way into this with a double scouts and a lovely tag coming out for Thursday. Oh, and Mizzy will hit a lovely dig as well. She'll actually escape with her life, and that's so important. Early advantages for the CT side, and with this force buy, it's important to find some impact early. That's exactly what they've done.
Any tags they can get here with a scout are huge as well, because there's 3 deagles across the team. So you get a couple more tags, and suddenly those deagles become incredibly potent. So Juliana, she's going to be poking out towards long, looking for an engagement here. It's a tag on herself in the process. Has no armor, so has to be very careful here. Playing with a bit of fire. She backs all the way back off to the CT spot. Birds are going to be taking aggression here. The double scout set up towards A. A lot of longer angles here, so it's not the worst idea, and it's enough to have scared off the T's as well. Looks like they're going to regroup to B. Brandon, that's where the stack of deagles awaits them.
Yeah, the protocols are looking quite good here for Liberty. Seems like they've got all the pieces to the puzzle in the right place, and for Black Dragons, they're just going to fall silent. No utility being deployed just yet. Instead, it might be this contact play out monster with Nani just playing a little bit of a decoy all the way over. And now these AKs will start to strike, overwhelming the bomb site. It's only Mizzy left, just lurking in the waters, but she will find one. Suddenly, Goddess is thrown into this 1 versus 3, and the rotations, they're all here. And Liberty, off the back of the investment, they anchor the bomb site, and it just converts immediately. 1-1. We've immediately got a game on our hands here.
Yeah, they kind of saw that one away. Those scouts able to cause enough terror in the early stages, plus this amazing dig from Mizzy pushing through the molly there to catch it. That smoke deployed on site towards Toxic as well just keeps everything confused on site, allows the deagles to tuck in and play some of these cheeky angles. So nice bit of fight back here. It's going to cause a force in response from Black Dragons as well. So the force fire wars continue. And Nay going to rain on through and straight into Nanny's head. That's not going to be too good. Now, Thursday's got one of those AKs as well. All these players heading towards long at the moment.
Just trying to group up and potentially be able to trade out their teammates. Thursday, she could find a lot of impact here, but instead they're going to completely bypass her. And instead it will be Mizzy next to be tested. That's a lovely tap. Immediately eliminating one of these deagles, and wow. You can see her smiling already in the camera. That's an incredible shot to open things up into round number 3. Goddess trying to do her best with the Glock, but unfortunately not to be. And on paper, this should definitely be a CT round. And with the kills just coming in, Juliana just holding all the way over towards long. It's all left onto Younger. She is the AWP player for Black Dragons. So does have a scout in hand and a 1 versus 4 and not really too much HP. I think the writing's on the wall.
Impressive deagling there. I mean, that shot from Mizzy to start it off there, just that tap onto long, 1 bullet. It was like I was watching Scream in his prime. What a beautiful shot. Then the deagle hold as well, that 2K, very, very clean. So nice signs already from Liberty Faye on a map that, as we mentioned, it's not one that we've really seen them on. It's good to see that they do have some good protocols in place. Young are actually going to opt to save this scout. An interesting decision. She's obviously not going to get any loss bonus on the T side, so pretty much sealing her fate and forcing herself to be playing with a scout no armor once again in the next round.
Yeah, and literally, as you just said it, no armor behind it, based on the fact that the T's don't get any loss bonus, so not really ideal. Let's take a look at this shot again. Oh, it's just so clean. Lovely deagle kills coming in as well, and really good start to the Liberty defense.
Making it look like the pre-nerf deagle there, it felt like.
Yeah, true. I mean, I wish my deagle did that, because let me be honest, Lucy, it definitely doesn't. But actually, off the back of the safe, I think that's actually the right decision. Just $2,000 on each player for Black Dragon. So instead, they're just going to work with these Glocks. Would love a bomb plant here to help the buy going into the next. I tell you what, this M4 can potentially farm a lot of kills. The spray, it's absolutely perfect. Regine, she's getting so many kills. And they're all hitting the deck. Juliana gets 1, so it won't be the ace, and the utility cleans it up. And as quick as you like, Liberty convert that round. Yes, it was just against the Glocks, but still a confidence booster, especially on this map that neither team really play.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen a lot of aggression towards B. Obviously, in the pistol round, it did end up there. Good to see that they have the right procedures in place there to be able to handle that aggression. Good utility usage and just the general spray down. Going to go into the buy round now. You can see actually Young has been dropped an A-Go by her teammate, Goddess, on the idea roll, being selfless and taking the MAC-10. But the early engagement's going to go 1 for 1. And it's going to open up this A site a little bit. It's just the 1 defender here at the moment, or you can see on the mini-map that Juliana is on the rotate. Is he sitting here in bathrooms, potentially looking to catch off a player wandering in? We've seen how good her crosshair placement and tapping potential has been so far. They're not going to test her at the moment. They're looking towards connector.
Yeah, I like this. This mid-round from Black Dragons has always been so consistent. It's just taking the foot off the gas pedal a little bit, grouping and taking map control back as a unit. Able to find connector and have now slinked their way in towards short. And once again, it could just be a contact play. Utility will be deployed. That smoke will hopefully land in heaven this time. The flashbang is absolutely perfect. But the MP9, it's actually doing all the damage. Josie gets a triple kill, but they're not ready for Nanny as she sprays down 2 as well. Suddenly, it's this 1 versus 2, but they're silent in the storm. The rotations are here for Liberty, and Nanny's just about to be pincered in. Her first job is to retrieve this bomb. 30 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be in a really, really difficult plant.
Gets a spot on the first player, though, and that's going to be enough to scare her off. There, you can see swinging out for CT. It's going to be Juliana, and all right, Liberty Faye looking very solid here on the CT side. That round there, I mean, it comes off the back of some heroics there with the MP9 tucked into the corner, able to swing out. They're not expecting the second player there, right? It's just activating the trap card. That MP9 at close range, incredibly painful if you're on the receiving end. The Black Dragons once again put into one of these half-buy situations. Upgraded pistols across the board. The CZ coming out, Brandon. Are you a CZ gamer?
I'm a 5.7 or Tech 9 player myself, and I'll tell you what, we get into that in a moment because look at how aggressive all of Black Dragons are immediately on towards this B bomb site, just trying to overwhelm. The reload is being caught out, and in fact, it's just the woman power completely overrunning Liberty on this bomb site. The bomb plant comes in, but once again, the retake is here, and that's been a staple for Liberty. once again against just this partial investment. But signs of improvement for Black Dragons because they will get the bomb down.
You don't expect to see that as part of the rush, so I thought we had a bit more time to get into that conversation. You know, Tech 9 normally the T weapon of choice. Black Dragon's going to be, I think, feeling okay about that round, to be honest, right? They took down 3 CT players. It was just upgraded pistols. They're keeping the economy in check. So if they're able to get this gun round here, you can see the AWP is now coming out on Youngho. We also have it on the opposing AWPer of Furzy. So we're going to get a test of the AWPs in this round. You can see that AWP at the moment heading towards long as well. And it's a deep pick here. You see Youngho has a bit of the read here, but missed shot. Had the right idea, but not able to flick onto the head. Gonna fall off, give up that position. Bit of a spam here. Oh, it's so close.
Is the door blown off?
Quite sure. Might be able to get a glimpse of that in a second.
Still don't know.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's close then. But Thursday, she won't miss at the second time of asking, immediately eliminating Dina. And that's once again the early advantage for the CT side. We've been seeing that quite a common theme for Liberty FE, and it's really good. And I wonder when the warning alarm bells are going to start to ring for Black Dragons. Because this is your map pick. This is a trump card, an ace up the sleeve, and you're already losing 5-1 right now. And this crossfire, this actually bait and switch position with Mizzy and Thursday is potentially going to be incredibly dangerous to the rest of these Ts.
Yeah, they've also got this double set up on the right side of Monster here as well. So if Goddess tries to phase this smoke or test it, she's going to get caught out. And as I say that it happens, that bomb's actually rotated back to B as well. So despite Nani sitting in here looking to maybe catch a kill here, it's all going to be taking place on the B. She's going to cause his players to stay, though. There's 2 CTs here at the moment. On the outside of the map, the bomb is taking a solo duel with the AWP. They're all split up. Younger alone here, only 13 seconds left. They're going to be forced to save. There's no time to hold on to that AWP, hold on to that AK. Black Dragons, on their full buy round here, not really able to get a foothold.
Yeah, time being their worst enemy, and we see it again, right? We've seen it quite a few rounds in a row where Nani, she's being deployed as this sole, it's just a sole attacker over towards this A-bomb site, trying to just anchor the CT's rotations just to keep them from moving. And it's just this early conditioning, and it's not really affecting Liberty FE. And they're just anchoring on the bomb sites. The crossfires are established continuously, and when Black Dragons eventually do execute onto this B bomb site, it's immediately shut down. And I guess for what the conditioning is really worth, it's not really achieving the desired outcome for Black Dragons. So they're just going to take this time out just to reset and just think about the options. Can definitely buy into this one off the back of the save. But it could be a change in the narrative for this T side, because I really need to get something going. Maybe a change of pace is what's needed.
Yeah, perhaps one of the things, right, of picking a map that, you know, isn't one of your favorite maps, you don't have a lot of games on record for it, is, you know, those protocols are not going to be as well honed. The strategy is not as tested.
Yeah.
We don't know what scrims they get up to. You know, they might have been running Overpass a bit, but from what we know, it doesn't seem to be a map they're favored. So this could be one of the first times they're playing in an official. So, you know, it does take a little bit to warm into a new map. And you can see strategy is not paying off for them so far. Smoke deployed here, though. It's going to allow them to take a bit of control towards bathrooms. You can see a good molly there as well. Furzy forced back to the site. And got that smoke towards connector as well. You can see, actually, the T's looking like they're interested in giving this a look in. There's 4 posted up here. Just the lurker of Julie over towards the B site. Furzy going to be the first test here. Catches the corner of Dina and takes her down. Show her an arm and she will take it clean off. And Mizzy, up on this long angle as well, has the perfect position if they do push onto her, if they don't clear that. Smoke coming in towards Monster as well. And the T's now forced to take a bit of a pause.
Yeah, and the fawn on the side for Black Dragons right now could be Mizzy all the way pushed over at long, because the rotations are here. Furzy's going to play ahead of the utility. Actually thinks better of it when her teammate is eliminated. So Black Dragons, they do garner this bomb site. Actually have spotted out the player of Mizzy, but she will get a kill. And this is now another retake, but it's the woman advantage for the CTs. And whilst Mizzy is on a bit of an island, all the way over towards long. She can still play disruption.
Yeah, her presence there alone is keeping them guessing, right? You can see how forced they are to play around bathrooms. Keep an eye on it at all times. 3 CT is coming in through from CT. So they're all going to be swarming the site. Mizzy has utility as well, so they can smoke this off. She's got a molly as well to clear one of these positions. Younger gets a bit of an eye on a player there, but gets taken down immediately. And the defense, far too strong, too many players. He's unable to stop that defuse, and it's going to be now 7 on the board to Liberty Faye, off to an incredible start here on their opponent's map pick. And the money not in a great spot for Black Dragons either, so not really struggling to get any sort of position here on this T side.
I mean, I was really excited when I saw this pick, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, this is going to be obviously something Black Dragons definitely been working on, and maybe it's the CT side. Maybe that's all they need, and obviously a couple of T rounds would be really useful. It'd be a great start, and this 3-woman lean over towards B, it potentially could be tested, but instead it's just utility being deployed. Thursday just holding the line. That's an incredible pick once again, and it's more of the common themes, Lucy. Liberty getting the early advantage. Black Dragons now probably going to take a pause, just trying to reset themselves and get a look in. But actually, it could just be the opposite. You see the smokes and utility once again being deployed. It's the second flurry. It's keeping these CTs all at bay on B, but they're not really going to be met with much contention just yet. And whilst the bomb works its way all the way up towards long, this could just be a fake after all.
That was a great play there. You can see Goddess had spotted the cross over to the left side there. Oh, Thursday, speaking of spotting, gets a bit of a hint on to Dina there, so takes her down. Younger left in the 1-on-3 with the bomb exposed. Yes, that B play, right? She knew the play was there. Teammate sets up the flash, and then she does the jump onto the roof of the tunnel, which bounces you over to one side, completely disrupting the crosshair placement of the CD player. A great play there from her. Young her, star of Black Dragons, one of them. Definitely been the star so far in the Impact League for them. There's a lot to do here. 3 CTs all grouped up together, about to let everyone know exactly where she is too by throwing that mullet. So that's going to be 3 crosshairs looking her direction as she comes up around this corner. Although she has a chance here for some 1v1s, gets the first. She can pick up this bomb. If she just hightails it out of there, there's a chance here, although they're just going to swing her. 1, 2, can she convert the spray? She can't do it. Mizzy finds her, but ooh, she made that very, very close. I started to believe for a second.
Yeah, just for a second, it was a nice attempt, but nevertheless, Liberty, they just keep marching on. 8 rounds already in the CT side, and Black Dragons, they need to just stop giving away these picks early because it's really costing them, and it did come down to the 1 versus 1, and in the end, unfortunately, the spray, it just didn't quite prevail. Once again, just this partial investment for the Dragons. Just these pistols, the grenades. It's a nice idea, but quite a few of them missed the mark. And Thursday, she can just hold the line, and there it is. Once again, another opening pick, but the overwhelming. Just Tech9's barreling out of connector. They're doing the damage. Goddess, the IGL, taking it all into her own hands. And suddenly, this bomb site, it's just being overrun by the pistols.
You see why that Tech9 is the better pistol to have on the T side. Definitely allows you to do a lot of high-paced plays. So they're going to get full control of the bomb side here. It's a 2-on-4 retake. The money is fairly built up for the CTs, so they might be interested in giving this a look in, especially knowing it's a lie to buy. Going to be the first kill going down there in Bank, although she does take a bit of damage for her troubles. Julie got a good angle here as well, getting spammed through the wall, but now has the read on this second player as well. So going to be ready for her to push up here. You can see she's trying to play around it, but not quite ready for this player. Right next to her, and Julie, tucked in, finds 3 in the round. So, all right, Brandon, you said a pace change could be the answer, and it delivers, even if it is off the back of a half buy.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting it from the Tech9s. I mean, when Black Dragons are so many rounds down, they've got nothing to lose, especially with the weaponry. And it pays out for them. And could this be the spark that reignites the flame within the Black Dragon side? We're about to find out. Obviously, 7 rounds on the T side would make it incredibly contestable. I think 5 or 6 would be not too bad at all, given the way Liberty have started. But Black Dragons, once again, just taking the slower approach, just waiting. And more importantly, not immediately giving up this AWP pick.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that 5 rounds number. I think that's the golden number for them to achieve here, because you have to remember Liberty Faye do not play this map. And while they've looked good on the CT side, it's a much more difficult game on the T side, particularly on Overpass, which is quite a strategic map. And if you're not used to playing it as a team, get a little bit dicey as we see Black Dragons having their own difficulties. And Furzy, rest it up here is actually going to be tested. It's actually Mizzy is probably going to get first contact here. Falls off. Will need to be dropped here to dissuade any further aggression. She's going to hold her ground here. The molly does force her off eventually. She's very happy to take this aggression, though. She's got Furzy on the back up here with the orb. So if anyone swings out, she'll be ready to take it. And Furzy once again finds a kill in the bathrooms there. She's basically guaranteed to find any kills when she's holding an angle. The bomb now going to be making its way back towards B. Julie gets the spot of a player towards Toxic. Gets dinked in the process, though. And Jossie, she's tucked in here in the perfect position to find a player. The crossfire is perfect. Jossie swings out and finds another. And now, once again, it's Younger forced into a impossible situation. The 1v5 with 20 seconds left. It's going to be a saved AWP once again.
It's really interesting seeing the setups from Liberty as well, because they're reverting to a lot of consistency. And it looks like Black Dragons have realized that Mizzy plays sort of in that toilets entrance. And that's why this Molotov's been thrown a couple of rounds in a row now. So it's nice, proactive play just to kind of get her off the line. However, they've not been able to catch out Furzy, who's been playing on the orb, just near the sign, just holding right in towards toilet. She's been gathered that kill quite a few times. And also this crossfire on B between Barrels and Jossie, just playing over here. Doesn't need the MP9. Instead, it's just going to be the M4 mowing them down. And for Black Dragons, surely you can start to piece this together now. Okay, we know the crossfires that Liberty are preferring. We now need to adjust to this and just really just get some rounds on the board.
Yeah, they have to show a lot of, understanding on the fly, right? Because they're not necessarily familiar with how Liberty they play this map, because it isn't part of their standard map pool. So they have to learn how these positions are being held on the fly, which does make it a little bit more taxing. Got to find at least a couple more rounds if they want to make their CT half look convincing. Really playing with fire here. There's an AWP on the other side of this smoke just to be careful about. The Fuzzy's repositioned to the B site this time, so changing it up. So we're expecting a bit of early aggression here. Once again, the T is happy to be taking this bathroom control. Mizzy might have a chance here. She might be hearing this from Younger. Definitely hears her at this point, and Younger slings out and finds her. So really well played from her. She does take a bit of damage in the process. Juliana's keen to see if she can finish her off, and she is able to. Goddess also damaged down. Juliana in prime position here to get some more action, but the flash, the team flash, it blinds her as the swing comes in, and now Furzy in bank with the orb. Not the best position to be in. Two of these players are low. And so with these rifles coming, this is a bad time to be changing. She misses the player crossing to truck. Is aware of it now. You can see, got her eyes honed in on this angle. Two of her companions also coming up from ramp. The Goddess primed to be tested here. You can also see there's a second T tucked into the corner. So they've got a great setup here. And yeah, with that clock ticking down, the CTs, their money's not in the best place, opting to instead save these weapons.
Yeah, definitely going to have to hold on to them. There's just simply not enough time. And really nice afterplant for Black Dragons. And the last thing I think Mizzy expected from this AWP after hearing the scope and potentially a couple of jumps is the incredible wide swing from her. And it just opens the round up. It just makes the defense a little bit weaker. And then Black Dragons completely overwhelm. And that's where they've been having success, right? Just over towards this A bomb site. So, and I think you can see just from the style of play, that's where they really want to end up. It looks a lot less comfortable over towards B. It looks like they're forced into that situation off the back of the Liberty aggression. Also just finding the picks. So the battle lines have been drawn, and Mizzy, she's going for aggression over towards Party. I don't think she's actually been spotted out. So this could be potential danger for Black Dragons.
Three-player setup as well. You can see there's two towards Party, and then there's a player sitting at the top of Connector as well. So they might not be ready for this, but Mizzy, she's going to get caught out. Dina finds both, and now looking for the third, but Juliana's able to take her down. The trade comes in, but it's off the back of two teammates going down. This is one of the best openings that Black Dragons have had so far outside of that Tech-9 rush round. You can see immediately, actually, Juliana's repositioned so quickly towards long. They might not be ready for this, although Younger did find an opening here last time, and she does it again. The master of clearing this angle, and now Goddess on the lurk is actually going to find maybe an open bomb site here. It's gotten a bit spicy. Liberty Faye pushing up through Connector. but I think it's going to be a free bomb site for them so long as they go for a safe plant and they don't plant for bathrooms.
Yeah, this is scary. I mean, Goddess will have to have this information. There's a possibility they could be here just based on the fact that she's pushed all the way through B. And I think based off the fact that the bomb's gone down and you just look at the money on the right-hand side of your screen for the CTs, it's not great. And I imagine they will be saving this. Yeah, just picking up the AWP, just going to tuck tail, maybe look for a couple of exits, but on the whole, just scarper away. And yeah, Black Dragons just building into it. Once again, it's the A bomb site. They find success, and long. It's a key part of the game plan. Being contested time and time again, with Black Dragons seemingly always coming out on top on this left-hand side of the map. And for Liberty Faith, for the last couple of rounds, they've just really got to make an adjustment. Maybe they want to throw some aggression in, just push the extremity a little bit. We did see, I think, Thursday push there a few rounds ago, and unfortunately missed an AWP shot, but it was the right kind of idea, and maybe that could catch Black Dragons off guard going into the later stages of this first half.
They are just able to scrape together a buy here in the end. The money didn't look in the best place, but with those saved weapons, they were able to share those about. Means that they are going to be full buy into this round, and then the round after, going to be forced into the fourth if they lose. There's a good chance here for Black Dragons to maybe get that fifth or even a sixth round. It seems like they've got a bit more of a sign of life in the second part of this T half. This is going to be jump peeking on long. Did spot the player there. It's a little bit of info. See if the Liberty Fae decide to rotate anyone over, because it has been a very consistently heavy A-leans, as you rightly pointed out.
Yeah, I like this, though. This is aggressive toilets now. Thursday holding the line. She will pass the first test. That's the IGL of Black Dragons eliminated. And once again, they're activating towards this long position. It looks like Juliana's rotated over, and she is holding from truck. But she needs to go huge. I feel like one is not enough. And as she jumps, could be a little bit of a scary timing. In fact, she's going to get smoked off the line. This incendiary could hold the T's at bay. But Black Dragon, their intentions are really marked out here by this utility. Great Molotov over towards truck. It's going to flush her out in the open. And then Nani eliminates. And this toilet's control, whilst it is really good initially, it's completely blindsided by the bank plant. And Black Dragons, they're playing this after plant perfectly. Younger manages to somehow escape over towards long. And whilst it is the deficit, they've got quite good positions.
It's a bit of a strange position to see Dina in here. It almost feels like they're on the retake, just based on where this bomb has ended up being planted. But yeah, they're not going to be ready for this flank to come in through B. It felt like they didn't have quite the read there. And Younger, they're fully aware that she escaped through long. A barrage of utility going out. She's forced to save. So a great retake there. It looked like they might have gotten away with it for a moment, but too many angles that the CTs could come from. They just overwhelm, and it's now going to be double digits for Liberty Fae.
Yeah, that's criminal, though. You need to have at least one player just holding the possibility of the rotations up from B. And whilst Liberty have favoured just rotating through connector and just always continuously coming on the flank, there's always that possibility. That's the quickest avenue that Liberty could rotate in towards this A bomb site. And unfortunately for Black Dragons, it just was never a consideration, just of the nature of the position that they found themselves in, just too many angles to clear. It will now be this B presence that has largely gone untested for the T's. Just working their way in towards short Goddess. She's hit a nice timing, and she's got a lot of control early.
Yeah, she's been enjoying getting these info plays for the team. Selfish IGL, pushing out solo, finding any gaps in the defense that she can. The team all hanging out towards A at the moment, playing this one safe. They know that a fifth round would be huge if they want to stage a solid comeback on that CT side. Also a map pick after all, so wanting to at least put up a reasonable assault here on the T's. 5, I think, would be enough. We did mention that was the magic number, if they can get there. Obviously 11-4 also a bit of a famous scoreline, so certainly not the worst situation, but definitely you want a few more. That clock now ticking down. The bomb has made its way over to B. We'll see if they're going to wait for it to fade, or if they're just going to go for a bit of a contact play here. Only 2 CTs, so there's a good chance that if they just barrel through, which is what they're going to be doing here, they're going to catch them off guard, and it's a 1-for-1 trade. But In the end, both CTs go down. The bomb site is opened up. Furzy's sitting up here with the orb. Spams onto the bomb planter, does get the tag, and almost catches her as she tries to escape. Julie does burn out Mizzy in the process, trying to push through these CT mollies. 2 of them there, burning like hellfire. And now Juliana and Furzy, the 2-on-4 if they want to secure an 11th. Gonna flash through, but not able to find the kill. It's now just Furzy left all alone, has the AWP, has to jump down. Opportunity for the no-scope, but no, not quite able to land it. So it is 5 in the end. Gonna go to a short break, and then we'll be back in the second half of Overpass.
Give me peace of mind. Ain't gonna stop until I get what's mine. Oh, Lord, won't you set me free? I'm only happy when I can be me. Show me my destiny. Hey, oh, ready to fight. Hey, oh, you can't hold me down. You can't hold me down. 'Cause nothing I won't do. Hey, man, come and watch me break up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, man, come and watch me break up through. Up above. Seek the strength to fight. I'm closing it up and open your door. 'Cause I'm loving the feeling of living and breathing in a new dawn. Nothing stopping me, I'm made of steel. Got a fire in my eyes. I know what's right from wrong, yeah. You can't hold me down. You can't hold me down. Well, don't you know that it is written up in the heavens? Don't need nobody else anyways. You just can't hold me down. Never, 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 never back it out. Lord, already watch me break up through. So let it be. Are you ready to fight? Moving towards the daylight. Towards the daylight. Breathe it in. Are you ready to fight? Freedom is on my mind. You can't hold me down. You can't hold me down. You can't hold me. Well, don't you know that it is written up in the heavens? Don't need nobody else anyways. You just can't hold me down. Never, 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 never back it out. Lord, already watch me break.
And welcome back, everybody. We are jumping into the second half of Overpass here. This is Black Dragon's map pick, and they're now going to be on that CT side.
Yeah, they are. And look at the aggression immediately coming out from them in this pistol. It's a 3-pronged assault over towards Connector. Obviously a little bit of a read, perhaps, and I like it. Really varying up the defense. And if you look at Liberty, they're all just tucked, just waiting for any aggression that Black Dragons might throw at them. Actually holding for a Connector push is Rejani. So could be a little bit dangerous instead. Heading towards Fountain as a unit, pushing past Goddess. Got to be careful. A little bit of an internal timer kicking in, but this crossfire between her and Younger, it could be the difference.
Yeah, Younger prized here in the perfect spot, but her teammate goes down. This crossfire now no longer across, and with her going down as well, it's now put it into a disadvantage. 2 players, although Nani pushing up. Oh, the firing is awkward. Does eventually go down. There's a team kill in the process. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, just team damage. Almost a team kill. And now Julie left alone after all of that. He's in a good position here. Finds 2, actually. So turn this into a 1-on-2. Another amazing tap. Oh, my God, Julie. That looks so clean and crisp, but couldn't find the 4th. And Liberty Faye, they get that first T round.
Yeah, nice idea, actually, just exploding completely up the connector in numbers are Black Dragons, but you're right, the team damage and the dink comes in. It looks like the P2000 just couldn't quite find the head of the player lining up utility, and it comes at a cost. But for Liberty, it comes at another advantage. 11-5 looking strong, not on their map pick as well. Immediately buying into this are the T's, and quite rightly so, but take a look at Black Dragons. Just going to be not really investing too much. Maybe a P250 here and there in this stack on the B bomb site. It's not really going to find anything with most of Liberty grouping all the way over towards long. Maybe giving Black Dragons a taste of their own medicine here in the second round of the second half.
Yes, it's going to be Goddess. Often the info player here for Black Dragons. She's going to be jumping here on top of the truck, looking for any sort of info. Great little position if you're ever the solo A player, because you can jump there without too much of a risk, unless you got some very clean aimers on the other side, which they do, in fact. And now she's definitely going to have a bit of info about these incoming tiers. You can see those blue dots on the minimap making their way over to join her. A nice dig there, in fact,
nice.
finding the kill. This off angle on top of the bin actually paying off there. Straight out eventually, the P2K on site. Let's see if she can do anything with that. The extra bullet, will it come into play? It does not look like it, as the spray comes in from Juliana to find her. Now, it's just a matter of protocols, and poof, there we go. Another nice kill there with the pistol. Takes down Juliana. They made it expensive here. Now Younger, all alone though. She can find one more, that would be very nice. Or she might just try and find something that she can save. Mac 10, not the most appealing weapon, particularly because they will have enough money for a full buy. Oh, almost finds a head there. She can find one player. Oh, not able to. She gets shut down. So in the end, for a full eco, not really the worst of Black Dragons. They find 2 and do a bit of damage.
Yeah, definitely not the worst overall, but it just once again converts another round in the T's favor, and Liberty are extending their advantage. Going to be purchasing into this Black Dragons, and it's actually not the best buy in the world, opting for utility over the firepower. You see full belt on both of the FAMAS players, and for Nani and Younger, it's already this early crossfire. Actually going to go for a little bit of a walk over towards Party, and this aggression, it really could pay off.
Yeah, that molly, it clips onto the top of the tree holder, I guess you would call that. I don't know, raised position. So Nani's able to sit behind here without getting flushed out. Younger actually finds a kill as well. She drops her re-smoke, and now Nani can activate. Push coming through quick from Mizzy, though, does punish her, but Nani in the higher ground. Nothing that Anakin didn't do there. Bad Star Wars reference. I wanted to make it happen, but it didn't work.
It was a nice try.
Move past that quickly, and now Chelsea left alone. Nade to the face. Just a bit of kick in the guts.
Yeah, salt on the wound.
And all right, Black Dragons fighting back here as well. If they can keep 4 rifles alive, that would also be pretty good for building up that economy, which can be a little bit punishing on the CT side as well. Ooh, clean kill there. Okay. Chelsea making us clenched out teeth here, but no, Goddess going to find her. So it is going to be 6 now for Black Dragons, fighting back with their first CT round and keeping 3 alive.
Yeah, taking the aggression straight to Liberty off the back of it. And it was really good. It really worked out really well. The extra presence over towards long as well being a decisive factor. That was Goddess just lurking around, getting up a couple of kills, and yeah, it's a nice start. The guns come out. Black Dragons, they post around on the board. Liberty can buy into this once again. 3-woman lean over towards Monster. Short control about to be gathered, and Mizzy, she's just going to run straight into this potentially.
Yeah, she's gotten very deep control here, and she's got teammates on the other side with her. CT is fully aware of this position. They're sure they've got to be ready for her to be up so deep. You can see they're not going to be testing it at the moment. Only going to get spam from the Steagle. Steagle's a little bit difficult to rush with as well, and that Molly's actually going to flush out Mizzy. So all that ground they worked to obtain early on is given up in the end. See a bit of a contest here in Connector. 2 CTs above her. And Mizzy going to be clearing with the AK here. Younger, not in the best position to trade this, but no, then Nani tries to come through as well. But Mizzy looking sharp here today. That's now both these A players down as well. So if they can go here quickly, they might have open bomb site. Got us on the slow rotate, but Liberty Faye not taking any chances. They're going to take their time, yeah.
Yeah, grouping up in numbers is the aim of the game, and you're right, Goddess is here, and she's found the bomb site. She's going to say to her team, hey guys, nobody's here just yet. That's not going to stop the rotations coming in. In fact, all of Black Dragons are making their way up to this bomb site, and it's the correct read. So if you look at how advanced some of the Liberty players are, I like this though. Black Dragons just playing ahead of the utility, but fully blind. Dina's going to get eliminated. It's now Julie's turn to step into her footsteps. It's now this 1 versus 3 Goddess. Might be thinking about creeping through this smoke and thinks better of it. Has to activate because there's no kit on the board. There is one dropped over towards Truck. We can see that just through the wall. Does pass the first hurdle. There is a player over in long. But she does need to check, and she will, but she won't find the kill. Jossie locks it in, and Liberty are now 3 rounds away from taking Black Dragon's map pick away from them.
Look for a second like Goddess might be able to find the opening there. The player towards bathroom was heavy tagged as well, so she was able to find that long kill. It could have been very nice clutch, but in the end, it doesn't go her way. That's going to force the Black Dragon's economy to be reset as well. You can see it's just Dina and Younger that have any cash there, and Younger's definitely going to be wanting to bring out that AWP. Hasn't had a chance to use it on the CT side yet, and that's been a key part of their gameplay, is the impact that she can have. Give me another eco here. Is he going to be looking to pad those numbers further? Like all these players, we did mention Liberty Faye was a team effort in terms of their performance so far, and you can see it here across that scoreboard, right? Like all these players chiming in, every single one of them on a positive KD, most of them pretty positive.
Yeah, lots of kills aplenty. For Juliana, she's looking to grab another one. Younger hits the deck in toilets. And once again, it's this split on this A bomb site that proves to be the plan of attack. There are still 2 players here, but just with pistols and tucked in, this Molotov could really flush them out, just spreading the flames underneath the truck. And Juliana hits a lovely 1-tap. And that's it. It's all said and done. I think Liberty are going to take this one and run with it.
You've had to see some pretty incredible heroics from Black Dragons if they do want to stage any sort of comeback here. It's going to start with this AWP from Younger, but on the other side, we've got a Mac 10 in play, Brandon. This feels very intentional. We might be seeing something a little bit faster out. You can see it's going immediately into connector, actually. So need to take control. Maybe those closer angles, interested in using the SMG there.
Yeah, there it goes. Was thinking about it just for a moment, but Johnny thinks better of it. Doesn't really want to aggress too much into this smoke, and there are actually 2 Black Dragons players operating over here. But I don't really want to look at connector. Instead, I want to look at the other end of the map, and there we are. Right on cue. Look at this. 4 Ts all grouped outside Monster, and this B bomb site hasn't actually been tested yet on the Black Dragons defense, and well, with the utility being lined up, this short aggression could really catch out Liberty.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to timing here. They see that no one's in short, so with nothing that's happened on A yet either, it's all signs pointing potentially towards this Monster, unless it's a very deep attack. And this utility, it's going to reveal the play. Julie, she's prime position to swing out and find 2, although Juliana does chime in with 2 of her own. His CT is coming in quick from connector, though. Are they going to be ready for this? The bomb plant, it gets denied. Now Goddess, alongside her teammate, able to clean them up, and that's a clean rotate. So great positioning there from Black Dragons enables them to win a 7th now for their CT side.
Yeah, I like it. They take the information over at short. Obviously, they haven't heard anything at connector and not really felt much presence. Maybe the Mac 10 also made noise running away, which gave Goddess a pretty good just indication of where it might end up. And the rotations were clean. They got there just in the nick of time, and not they were even really needed. Younger trying to peek in over towards this fountain position, but will get flashed off the line. Lucky to escape, and Goddess She's pushing the extremity again. She's so far advanced up long, and this is quite a scary prospect if you're Liberty.
Firstly, keeping her eyes on this, so Goddess has to be careful she doesn't push any further. She's been quite good so far with these info plays. Sort of seems to know when the right time to push. Oh, this Molotov, perfect for the setup here from the CTs. Forcing them to expel the Molotov. That's the smoke, I should say, to extinguish the Molotov. Actually going to boost over it, so they might get a bit of a play here. You can see players walking in through. Oh, she's going to spot the head. She does. Second player there doesn't actually fire her guns, so might not have to read on this, but Nani going to tuck in close. Juliana not going to be ready, but swings over anyway. Does take a bit of damage for her trouble. And now Younger with the AWP, going to take down another T as well. So now it's just Juliana and Furzy left in this 2-on-4. Goddess on this flank is finally going to activate. Perfect positioning to take down Furzy, and now Juliana all alone. She can take down a few more players, that would feel good, but no, not able to. So another nice round here from Black Dragons, and I don't want to say it, Brandon, but I'm starting to feel like a comeback could be on the cards.
Potentially. I mean, Dina tried to find that AK just there and just couldn't. So we'll still be on this Famous. Same case for Julie. And actually, Nani's bought one as well. So the economy, it's hanging on a nice edge now for Black Dragons, but the same could be said for Liberty. Just operating with the Glock to bomb plant here would be perfect, but just kept held at bay by the Molotovs. And Younger will be going for a peek in. Will spot out a couple of players, but doesn't land the shot. Needs to be a little bit careful, because if these Glocks group, they could definitely overwhelm her. Especially missing that jump. Oh, it's scary. Oh, she doesn't actually make it out. Okay, the Glocks, they're going to run into it, but Nani is here. Second line of defense. This Famous is going to need to go absolutely nuclear. She's spraying them all down, but only good for 2. That's actually a really good start, because Liberty can now have an AWP and a Famous at their disposal.
Yeah, Goddess has to be careful she doesn't peek on this. She is aware that AWP has been picked up, so she's not going to give up any more kills here. You hate it when you go for that jump and you miss it, and that's the one situation where she absolutely could not miss that jump. The Glocks just overwhelm. Now the 3-on-3, it does still favor the CTs. Gets a little bit weird here, though. You can see they're spread thin. That advanced position from Julie towards B short does enable the CTs to keep 2 players towards A, because they'll get an inkling of any rotation before it can happen. Jossie being very careful clearing these angles. She has the right idea.
Oh, she's gonna
chance that she could find this player, and she does. The advanced position, she's able to catch her out, and now Goddess on site. It's all on her. 25 seconds left. She has a read on this player towards long. The flash, it's perfect, but no armor on the back of that player. She does go down. The swing out. It turns around as well for the head. Goddess with the defense, the 1v3 on site, and that's a 9th round now for Black Dragons.
Yeah, leading by example. What an incredible hold just on this bomb site. Goddess is really doing it all. She didn't really have too many kills going into this, but they've all been so impactful. Her lurks on this CT side, especially over towards long. And now this defense, it gives Black Dragons another lifeline. The money, it's still a little bit fragile on either side. So for Liberty, if they win this round, they've got a really good chance going into the next. But Black Dragons, you continue the momentum that you've got going for you so far, could really put the game under contention. Liberty once again just focusing over towards this A side of the map, still being a little bit disciplined, but that smoke is going to miss the mark just a little bit. Will allow Younger to peek in over towards Party.
Playing around this utility, the fire at her back. Has to be careful here. She is alone on site, and there's 4 Ts in the distance. They're going to be taking long control once again. It's not really been contested too much so far, so we're just going to walk in and get this one for free. 2 CTs deep into bathroom, so Juliana, she starts to push this with the amount of noise she's been making. She's in for a bit of a shock as she takes that AWP straight to the face, or to the body, I should say, not to the face. Face unscathed in that engagement. Goddess, though, gonna be ready to take off some faces. Goes for the pre-firing to see some shadow, but actually baits in the peak, and Younger finds one, but Furzy able to take her out. And now it's a 3-on-3. It's just Nani on site. Smoke coming in through to hold off the stairs position, but T's is slowed down here. Dina on the flank, she's gonna catch the perfect timing, swings out, finds one, does a lot of damage to the second, but not able to convert it. But now Nani's able to activate off the site, swings out and finds both. a great defensive crunch, and that's now 10 on the board for Black Dragons. That gap between the two teams getting ever smaller.
I really like it from Black Dragons as well. This is a lovely setup in towards toilets. It's bait and switch at its finest. Actually, was just supposed to be the AWP baiting in Goddess over on the close line, but instead, its roles reversed, and Yoga gets a few kills just off the back of it, and it's really well played. I also like how aggressive Black Dragons are being. They're taking a lot of control over towards short. Liberty, they've only really gone there once so far on their T half. So, in fact, Black Dragons, they can be the one to take some liberties, and these flanks, they're really catching out the Ts, especially over towards Divider.
Taking some liberties indeed, Brandon. Well, we're going to be seeing the half pie coming out now on Liberty Faye. But the armored dualies. You love to see it. Big dual Beretta fan myself. Always exciting to see them in play. May not be the most effective weapon against these armored rifles. It has one of the lowest armor penetrations in the game, alongside the PP Bison. Another much maligned
Classic
weapon.
gun. Yeah.
But Nani, she's going to be tested here. And oh, the overwhelm, they just come straight out of the front of bathrooms as soon as she gets that first kill, that headshot with the P250. Very effective. And Furzy, she's got in an advanced position here with that picked up M4. No armor though, so she's going to take a lot of damage. Throws out a spray for her troubles, but does go down. Mizzy now with the deagle. Actually picks up a smoke and is able to throw that deep as well. So that's further going to slow down these CTs. And that's another kill going the way of the Ts. Taking down that flank, which means they're only going to be coming in from the one direction here. The flashbang set up from Juliana as well. She's going to throw it out, but that bomb is being stuck with the fuse that's coming through. She's not quite able to stop it, and it's taken out from beneath, and Juliana not able to stop the defuse, and Black Dragons once again getting another one of these CT rounds. Looking really solid here, Brandon. It's getting closer and closer.
Just a small note is there was no smoke on that bomb either, so it would have just taken any one of the Liberty players maybe to just tap away the head of the diffuser, but nevertheless, Black Dragons really just cementing themselves on their CT side, and maybe this is why they picked the map, right? Just so reliant on their defense, not too worried about achieving such a low score on the T side, because their protocols, they're really coming out on top right now and have really halted the Liberty train that was really advancing, potentially over to Dust 2. Got to be careful now of these Ts, and they might aggress straight into the line. It's a really aggressive setup once again, and for Liberty, they're just going to revert back towards B. In fact, there's only one defender here in Julie, and she's about to be tested.
Yeah, I think they might be able to catch a good timing here if they decide to opt with this. You can see that flashbang getting set up to throw the CTs. They are coming in for the rotate through short, so that timing window, it's now shrunk and potentially disappeared. They are going to be activating, but it's going to be activating into a stack here. Julie with the perfect line, avoiding these flashbangs to spray down 2. Now her friends come in to save her. Plenty of flashbangs to support Dina finding 2 as well. So Liberty Faye, there was an opening there where they had the perfect window. The 4 players stacked towards A, the 2 players at party, the 1 in connector. But because of those advanced CT positions, the rotates, they come in so quick.
Yeah, it's a really nice heads-up reactive play. And Julie doesn't even need her teammates to rotate in. She anchors it down all by herself. Really well played is the B defense. And I tell you what, I probably shouldn't have said this is all said and done. I'm sorry, Black Dragons. But I did predict you to win the series, so no hard feelings after all. This Molotov trying to burn the position at party. But once again, it's this aggressive stack because Liberty didn't see it in the previous round, and this might be an opportunity for Youngher to strike with the AWP. She's just not going to get caught out of position just yet. It's a scary prospect, though.
Difficulty coming in. Going to be holding the line. Might go through a shot here through the smoke, but that's going to be a lull them into a self-centered security. In fact, she's going to go down in the end. Nani able to find 1 and 2, but this push from Goddess is perfect. Finding 2, so the long setup with the 4 players pays off in the end. Now Jossie left alone. 4 players to find. Does have a bomb. That's a start. Did make one of these clutches look doable earlier, so I'm not going to count her out. But most likely, Brandon, we are going to be looking at a 13th, and without that bomb going down, money won't be in the best slot. Obviously, they've got the full loss bonus, so That's one thing in their favor. They might end up buying into it, but otherwise we could be looking at a 14-14 scoreline soon.
Jeff Black Dragons really making this comeback happen, and they've got money to throw at this now. The bank's been built up, so this AK, it needs to really be stripped away. Give Black Dragons obviously the best possible opportunity. Jossie, she hears the player. She will get the kill, but now it's her presence known. But I think fortunately for her, there's really not too many players in the best possible position to catch her. It might just be Goddess once again, but she actually is going to get away with it. So the AK retained its silver linings currently in the grey skies of Overpass to Liberty right now. And Black Dragons have got just a golden ticket just to level up the scoreline and really achieve this comeback.
Yeah, it's great seeing that. You can see the strat book definitely much more fleshed out on this CT side. Feeling a lot more confident, particularly with these A setups. Let's see what Liberty Fae opt to do. They've actually gone for a bit of a half buy here. Perhaps going to be discussing this in their poll, as you can see. Deagle's out on 2 of the players, 2 yet to buy. Obviously, the AK brought over from Jossie wasn't able to get any extra cash because she saved. So she has to play with this AK, but the rest are going to be keeping their cash fairly flush. They are going to be likely playing up against this 14-14 scoreline. That said, we have seen Pistols do some crazy stuff, so I'm not going to write them out.
You actually had a really good opportunity to convert around if we cast our minds back quite a while ago now, but it was this eco over towards long, running down the AWP of Younger, but instead, sights are set on this B bomb site. Early short control has been gathered. The bomb is already working its way up towards Monster. This could just be an explosion onto this bomb site. Dina gets completely flashed, and Julie, she's overwhelmed as well. And oh, suddenly, it's once again up to Goddess, but she can only just achieve 1 kill. Suddenly, it's this 4 versus 2. The bomb, it gets planted. There's a boost up in heaven. And it's just this injection of pace, completely just avoiding the stack that's been continuously thwarting Liberty at A. And it's going to enable match point to come across off the back of a partial investment.
Yeah, perfect flashbangs. You rarely see them work so well in a rush with just pistols. They're actually going to be giving this a look in. Mizzy in a great position here. Does get taken down to the nade, but is able to get a kill before that happens. Younger, even though she's got a bit of the cash, well, I was going to say she might want to save, but no, denied that. That's actually the Deagles opening up that as well, right? That first kill was a Deagle headshot, so very nice shooting there out of Liberty Fae. Stealing around away with this half buy. So maybe it is just catching them off guard. That is the secret. They're going to have an opportunity now to take this map 16 to 13. Or we might be looking at overtime based on how this second half has gone so far.
Yeah, look at how worried Black Dragons are about B now. It's allowed Liberty an opportunity to actually go over and take this positioning towards A if they wanted it, because the stack has now been just temporarily non-existent, but it will be short, and Dean is in a perfect position here just to spray them down. The smoke is fading. They're actually holding for it, though. That's going to be Mizzy, and now Julie, she's going to be set up just to swing off the contact. It's a good trade, but she's once again the only defender here for Black Dragons. And Liberty, if they do capitalize upon it, they could be in for a decent experience, but instead, just going to reset. A minute still left on the clock. Don't really need to commit to anything, and it's clear that Black Dragons are quite eager to constantly rotate.
Going for the boost here. It's definitely going to be heard, so they're aware that there's at least 2 players here towards the B site. I don't know what that tells them at this stage. Does look like they are still interested in clearing out towards A. That clock is ticking down. Just 40 seconds left, and still quite a bit of the map to cross with this bomb. So given that, unless they run down connector at the last minute, Nani, she might be what decides this. She's going to go down here towards bathrooms. Yep, this is going to now open it up towards the A play. Younger, it's all on her. She's got this AWP. It's the perfect weapon for the job. If she can slow them down, there's barely any time left. Finds the first, sees the second, but no, she's taken out with a clean headshot. Jossie the lurk goes down. It's a 2-on-2. There's 10 seconds, but Goddess has gotten into the site. She's able to take down one of them, and now it's just Furzy left alone. 2 to find, 15 seconds left to do it. Can't even go for the bomb plant. There's no time on the clock, and now forced to try and stay alive, but no, she goes down, and it's after time, Brandon. $150 in the bank for her.
But more importantly, the most important kill that Younger got there was on the bomb planter, because she was running up banana, armed with this C4 in her hands, and then it's completely dropped, and there's simply no time left to plant. The rotations come in, and the AWP, you said it was on her shoulders, and she delivers when it matters most. Absolutely unbelievable kill. A Liberty going back to what's worked. An incredible rush all the way over at B once again. A lot of control being gathered early, but this time Black Dragons, they're seemingly ready for it. 3-woman lean here on this bomb site, and potentially there could be overtime.
Well, there's Molly. It's going to be thrown out at the moment. All these players pushing over towards Monster. Missy, she is in a good position here to potentially find a head. Does spot one off this boost, but wanders out of her vision. Oh, the timing. It's just not there, so she can't find a head. Let's get a bit of info, but it's a bit misleading because there are 3 players here, which they're not potentially ready for. Juliana now going to be looking for info, and up on the bin.
Oh.
Gonna catch her out in the end anyway, so good shot from her. Fuzzy now with no armor, able to swing out and find the head of Goddess. It's a 3-on-3 now. And a bit of info here. Julie, the flashbang. It's perfect from the teammate. Takes her down. That drops the bomb as well. So it's just Fuzzy and Juliana looking for anything. Not going to find it at the moment, although Juliana on this flank. The CT's here. Julie hears her, and yeah, going to take her down now. Fuzzy, no armor, just an AK in hand. She is going to go down. We're going to go to OT. We'll take a short break, then we'll be back for overtime on Overpass.
They say I'm losing my mind. They say I'm losing my faith. They say I cannot rewind, cannot go back to the golden days. I'm never losing my stride, I'm never losing my pace. See the look in my eyes, I'm bringing back the golden age. No stopping when I'm on the edge. No voices can get to my head. Feeling on top, feeling blessed. I can't wait for it, I can't wait for it.
We are back here in overtime of our first map between Black Dragons and Liberty Faye here on Overpass. And Brandon, I did not expect us to be being in overtime.
No, I didn't either, to be honest. I think it was a famous quote of mine at 14-6 where I was like, oh yeah, this looks done. But no, Black Dragons have proved me wrong. Really good defense from them, really proactive as well, aggressing the line, and especially over towards Fountain, it was really heads-up play from them, and it was really catching Liberty out time and time again. But the T side, they were finding some mixed success over at B. Quite often, Julie was just the only remaining defender, just holding the line, and when she was needed, she was delivering for Black Dragons. So I think the question is, when we're talking about overtime and who will come out on top, it will be a real question of who can get this decisive T round, because it has been quite elusive for both of these sides.
Yeah, Liberty Faye not finding a lot of success on their T side in the recent rounds. All the pressure's going to be on them. And we've been able to see here maybe a bit of why Black Dragons decided to pick this map. We thought they looked a little bit uncomfortable when it was their T side. It wasn't the best half for them. But on the CT side, looking like a whole different beast. That Wormling growing up into a big mother dragon. Now Liberty Faye, they are running scared. Going to be hopping into this first round of OT very shortly. Brandon, who do you think is going to take it?
Black Dragons. There we go. I think so.
You got to believe in your pick. You couldn't
100%.
have changed now, especially after you betrayed them halfway through the game.
No. I didn't betray them. I said they might lose the map. I didn't say they lose.
You gotta believe in your picks, Brandon. You gotta put your mouth where your heart is. That's not
look,
great.
I do. But look, nevertheless, look, we're into overtime now. Let me set the script. Let me set the scene. $12,500. That's the money that both of these teams will start with. It's a best of 6, and with Younger getting an early pick over towards Connector, that's an incredibly good start for these CTs. So 19 is the magic number one of these teams is looking for. 18-18, and we'll run it right back. But this flash, it's not going to deter Nani, and she sprays them down over towards Long. It's an early 5 versus 2 advantage for Black Dragons. And whilst Verzi does find a corresponding tray to the bomb, it is dropped in Long tunnels, and the rotations, they're already here for Black Dragons.
I love the change up immediately. This aggression with the AWP towards Connector, not something we've seen at all so far. So it's already, we're in the first round of OT, and they're happy to change things up. Now I have to watch this 2 versus 4. What's a 2v5? A 2v4 now take place. Just has to find 4 more skulks. I don't doubt Thursday, who is out there on 26 kills, which is the kill leader for this entire game. They're looking pretty sharp. Although plenty of players in the plus 20 category across both teams, in fact. So very even across the board. That bomb has been recovered. 30 seconds, though, and there are 3 CT players here towards A. You can see Younger in here close, and then Goddess to back her up. And, the flick onto the head absolutely beheads Fuzzy. And now it's just Josie left alone again. Got everything to do and nothing to do it with. She's going to go down in the first round of OT, going the way of Black Dragons.
Yeah, maintaining the momentum that they set on their CT half. Really nice start here. Really good picks as well. Nani just holding the line over towards Long Toilets. And we talked about the kill distribution for Liberty coming into the series and how consistent they're being. Same could be said for Black Dragons, right? Incredibly good performance. Goddess leading by example. The IGL of this Brazilian roster is seemingly doing it all. Had a lot of impact for Black Dragons. Was instrumental to their CT side. And now for Liberty, just taking a pause, trying to discuss their options, because this T side, if they get one round, it can actually be quite vital, because both of these teams have looked a little bit shaky on the attacking front, but their defense is really where the crown lies. So for Black Dragons, maybe it could be a change of guard, maybe not wanting to go aggressive immediately. We're about to see how the action unfolds here. Thursday still wielding this sniper rifle, and quite rightly so. She's been hitting some great shots with it.
Yeah, she's going to have to really show us what she's got here, though, in OT. Wasn't able to get too much done last round. Did find 1, but it was an insurmountable task. And Younger has been a bit of a pain in their side, despite the kill discrepancy between the two AWPers. She's been very consistent here towards the A site, locking it down. So much so that she's more or less left alone. There's Nani in towards Connector, able to help out, and Younger has the angle on Furzy, so it is going to be her taking that AWP duel, and then Nani chiming in from Connector and finding her. So no trade potential in any of these kills. Nani does eventually go down, though, so that flank does come through eventually. While I say that, Younger finds another, so it's a 2v4 once again. Feels like Liberty Faye barely able to get a foothold into these rounds at all. It's only a minute in, and once again, they're in this 2v4 situation.
Yeah, it's just the adjustment once again from Youngher and her AWP positioning. This time allowed Liberty just all of the space over towards Party and Fountain, and then instantly plucked it away from them. I feel like the biggest difference right now, and what Black Dragons have really worked on in this overtime, is they've got Connector most of the time for free. Nani's been able to just swing up on contact of the AWP and get a couple of kills. Julie's now going to be tested. He's actually spotted the leg already, and now will be jostling to forward. It's all on Hejani. She can't get it done. Fully blind. Julie just ascending from these rafters. 17-15. The Dragons, they're on fire.
You know what? If you're Liberty Faye, throw those AKs over the fence. You don't need them. Pick up those Tech 9s. Let's see that rush half buy into B again, because that's what worked for them, you know? We saw 2 rounds, 2 of the very few rounds they were able to get on the T side, came off the back of these fast, aggressive half buys. They're looking like they want to play it once again towards A, and no huge aggression so far. I don't know. It's not really been working out for them. Jossie is able to get control towards B here, so she can lurk out a little bit. Most of the players going for this spread. At least the opening kill not been taken yet. So that's something for Liberty Faye to be happy with. They haven't lost a player in the first 30 seconds.
No, they haven't, and they've got good control of the map. Youngher, while she is holding for top connector, she will be flashed off. Shot will give away her position, and just going to tuck in. Defensive utility being deployed, and if you take a look, just for Black Dragons, they've only really got 1 smoke remaining. So have expended a lot of utility in the early stages of this round. This is the last round of the first half of overtime, and got to be careful because Juliana, she's aggressed quite far forward in this toilet's position. She's actually going to strike in.
Smoke. But punished in the end, and now Goddess on site though, she's able to activate, does get taken out as well. So playing around these smokes has worked out in the favor of Liberty Faye this time. That bomb has a lot of the way to come though before it can go down. It's got to make its way all the way from T-spot, left back at the ramp. So a long walk. This is going to allow the CTs to get into position here. There's smoke coming down at this stage. Not going to allow too much. Julie going to get boosted in.
Oh,
Sound cue, maybe not. And oh, it's awkward. The orc can be punishing. It doesn't have the easiest spray there. He's going to go down. Now Dina, through the smoke goes down as well. So they do find 1 in the end, which I'd say probably enough.
yeah, I think given what we've seen, all things considered, yeah, 1 round on the T side, it actually just might be enough. And we saw how prolific Liberty were at holding the line in regulation. So it's going to be up to Black Dragons to really unlock the pieces to the puzzle of this Overpass T half in overtime. Got to take a look at what worked. And it was definitely, well, actually, just conversely, just what worked for Liberty. Just these aggressive plays just coming out again and again was really just disrupting the defense. And if Black Dragons maybe throw a spanner in the works and just throw in a more aggressive play, this has got potential for them to maybe just ease their map pick out.
Just 2 rounds they have to find here if they want to secure this map in OT. You can see already, Fradlin, that's a Mac 10 out on the board for Dina.
Oh, okay.
I love to see it. Nani? Forgot her gun. That's awkward.
Okay.
Gotta go back and grab that. And Dina, going fast with this Mac 10. It's gonna be putting his quick aggression on. At the moment, York's actually gone towards long. It's Mizzy that's tucked in to bathroom, so she's gonna fall off. This aggression actually not greeted with anything yet. Still gonna see Fuzzy. It's all gonna be on this contact. She's pushing up. There's no one here to greet her at the moment, but we can see through that X-ray that there is the T player there. Oh, the jump. Not quite able to hit that flick. Very fortuitous jump there for Youngher to avoid that shot that she didn't know was coming. Now Furzy going to reaggress. They're aware of it, but she's too fast with that orb. It's a hard peek to take with the rifle. She goes down. That bomb now under her control, but thinks better of holding it. And in fact, Dina, that Mac 10, it does come into play. Mac 10 versus orb. I'm betting on the Mac 10 every single time. Now she's going to get away with that bomb. Might even try and clear this corner, but no, not ready for Mizzy on the long angle, but Mizzy also not ready for Nani, so going to go down as well. It's now the 3-on-3, but Goddess also finding a kill onto site. Both the CTs have rotated in, though. They're coming through. Bomb is going to go down, but they're going to go for this boost again. Goddess, she's going to spot it as they jump up. Doesn't actually find the kill, though. They are going to be aware of her position. Molly coming in. These CTs both came from the same position. The T's are all aware of it. There's even extra smoke on Nani if she wants to drop it, but it's going to be aggression that comes out. Now it's just the 1v2 to play out. Does find the first, has to find the second, and she swings out. It's the 1v2 clutch. She finds it, and now it's 17-17 as Liberty Faye. They get the 17th round. Incredible retake.
Yeah, what a clutch by Hejani, right? It's just literally these 1v1 gunfights are just coming in, and Black Dragons could have played that a little bit better, did so well to get themselves in the position. The Mac 10, it was an interesting purchase, but just completely running down the AWP, so I guess it does pay off, but for Liberty, just completely isolating the gunfights when it matters most. The defuse could come in and we're all tied up again. 17-17, but this Molotov will miss, and it will allow the T's to escape out towards T-spawn. Youngher just looking in towards this long position, and I'll tell you what, Liberty, they've backed off a little bit, and they're giving respect to Black Dragons.
Goddess, we saw her do this a lot during regulation. If you cast your minds all the way back to where this began on the T side for Black Dragons, she enjoyed these lurks out towards B, getting that control for her team, while the rest of the squad moved towards A. We're seeing that default come into play here, but Mizzy and Furzy, they were instrumental in this defense. They were locking down bathrooms every single day, and just on the edge takes out Julie. A great shot there from Furzy, showing why she has the big green in her hands. Repositions as well, so a good angle here. Mizzy going to get mullied off, going to back off, and now the T's, they're reconsidering this.
Yeah, just going to completely just elude and evade this AWP. Going to head down the connectors to the waters of B. And this is where Liberty just stand with two defenders in towards Monster. The hero of the last round, Hejani, teamed up with Jossie, and she's got a couple of kills from this exact position before, notably with an MP9, and she's actually just going to swing right in. But the trays and the stack, it just immediately comes in. The split over towards Short and Monster is just too overwhelming. It's now a 3-on-3 at Liberty. They've done it once before. They're just going to need to retake from this different bomb site.
AWP doesn't make it easy either. They're all coming from the same position at the moment. No utilities save this Molotov and a couple of flashes. No smokes. Dina has the perfect position here. It's going to swing out. It's a 1-for-1. So it's still even, but Youngher, she's too quick. Finds two with easy headshots. And going to be now map point once again. It's time for Black Dragons. Liberty Faye have to somehow mount up another defense here if they want to take us to double OT.
Yeah, and it really will be the difference maker being these T rounds. Black Dragons and Liberty have won apiece in overtime so far, and for Black Dragons, they want to take their map pick. They're going to have to do it here and now. Otherwise, we will see just the money reset. We will go again with another best of 6. But these are all just options. It's not factual right now. The pause comes in. It's actually being taken by Black Dragons because they don't want another overtime. They just want to take their map pick away and just move straight over to the second map of this series because, Lucy, we're only in map 1 and it's really delivering so far.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a good matchup. These two teams on paper incredibly even, both vying for one of the 2 spots in Group B. And both in good positions to take them, so it's a bit of a battle of the juggernauts of Group B at the moment. Interesting, no out on the T side this time. They've been opting for it previously, but they're going to decide to go just for the pure rifles here, so potentially looking for a bit more of a contact-heavy play. You can see on the CT is they've actually Not really got anyone towards the A side. They've gone for the double connector setup. This could either pay off perfectly or it could backfire. Those are the two outcomes of most situations, but it's going to be Furzy that fights the first, so it's a good start so far. She's going to have to fully rotate all the way through B side if she wants to make her way back, and they actually don't have control of short, so they have to be a little bit careful doing this. Because of the delay on this rotate, it's actually going to open up the A side.
I love that. This setup could be good or it could be bad, and that's how outcomes work.
Yeah, it's an educational stream here as well as a entertainment stream.
But look, it paid off, right? AWP immediately gets a pick. Nani, they're not going to be ready for how far advanced she is. Completely blind off the line, and she's doing it all. What an incredible display for Black Dragons she's performing. 3 kills, just completely opening up this bomb site. The rotations, they're going to come in, but they're going to need to be effective. Fighting now for their lives on Overpass is Jossie and Hejani. Already been able to do it once, and now going to have to do it at the most crucial opportunity. The crossfires, they're already established. Black Dragons, they don't need to peek into this, but Nani, she's just holding the line. It's Hejani once again trying to isolate the jewels. But it won't be the case, and Black Dragons, they pick up their map pick. It takes us to overtime, but they do get there.
Look at all those happy faces. It's been a long struggle for them. You can see the relief